weight is definitely going to be the enemy against that.
Alright, we're crossing the border into Mexico here. That is absolutely what I'm doing today. And I'm doing a lot of highway driving. I don't think this car has led the most charmed life. There's a few telltale signs. So that is my change oil soon message. I scrolled through the trip computer and there is exactly 0% oil life remaining on this car. I don't know if you can hear that through the microphone. That is the loudest diff whine I think I've ever heard in a car. It sounds like a siren. I don't know if the diff is cooked. I don't know if the rear wheels are about to lock up, but it is really fucking loud. This is a 600 horsepower, 6.2 liter V8 making 460 horsepower. So hats off to GM on fuel efficiency. You can talk shit all you want about pushrod engine designs being dinosaur motors, but the data does not lie. So there's actually quite a bit to like about this Vet. If the diff wasn't making that racket, this would actually be a really good highway cruiser. It would probably be, here, I'm going to let off the throttle just so you can hear. So it's pretty quiet in the cabin, not too much wind noise. I'm cruising at just about 80 miles an hour. And the seats, unlike previous generation Vets, that's right, C4, C5, C6. The seats in this actually feel nice. They don't feel cheap. They're not flimsy. They're supportive without being overly hard. And you feel like you could do lots and lots of miles in these without getting out of the car completely sore. So, and there's other parts of the interior commendable besides the seats. The door skins look like they're of high quality. The dash skin looks nice. Passengers get their own climate control settings. The gauge pod looks high end. But then there's things in here that are just unforgivable in a car that I think when it was new was probably $60,000+, $70,000. This shift lever looks like and feels like it was lifted straight out of a Chevy Cruze, probably because it was. This whole setup here, I mean, it's pretty generic mid 2010s General Motors climate controls, navigation, Bluetooth screen. So, I mean, it's just the unfortunate aspect of having a car that was designed by GM. There will be inevitable parts bin sharing, even in some cases when that parts bin sharing is obvious to the customer. I mean, you can't hide that stuff. It's right in front of your face. But I think the bigger drawback that I see right now is it just feels huge on the road. Like, I mean, I know this car is wide, but it feels twice as wide as it needs to be. I can't really place the corners of this car very well. And I had that same pervasive feeling in the last C6 that I drove. It just feels like a really big car. Doesn't feel particularly wieldy or agile. And all I've been doing so far is straight highway driving. I haven't even gotten to the twisty bits yet. The other part that is bothersome is it's not the ride quality, because this car actually rides pretty well, especially for something with Goodyear F1 rubber on it. But it's the feeling of this car kind of going over bumps in a couple of different pieces. It doesn't feel like there's a whole lot of rigidity in this platform. And I know it doesn't help that there's a big giant hole in the roof of this car where you have this glass roof panel. But I just think for a sports car, it could have been a lot more rigid, a lot more solid feeling. And that's kind of the beef that I've had with every generation Vet. Everything you've read about the LS. It's got gobs of torque down low. It's really, really fast when you plant your foot. And it's actually getting incredibly good gas mileage. Over the last 50 miles, it's averaging about 27 per gallon. Granted, mostly highway driving, but for a car with 460 horsepower, that is remarkable.
Comfort. I like the compliance. Whoa, Jesus Lord.
Oh!
Almost need first gear for this part. Oh my God, it just feels so good.
Into first? I think I feel every ripple in the pavement.
I think it's actually more compliant than I thought it would feel on this road. Still get my heel toe down in this car. stability on.
Kind of like it because it's pretty forgiving.
Yeah, I think that's mostly the tire.
Yeah, you can feel the back of the car moving over these dips.
But that's in comfort mode. I actually think it's relatively compliant, and you've got the tire working with you. I just think it's a great kind of all-around package. It's not
It's
super extreme.
no, it's 100% streetable, which you wouldn't think from the amount of road noise coming into this.
But that was sort of what everybody's big complaint was about this car. Just, oh, it's too stiff. It's not really a road car anymore. It has to be on the track. I think it feels fucking fantastic in here.
Yeah, I disagree on the stiffness. I guess in comfort mode, you said.
Yeah.
It feels great.
You can go up into track, but I don't think it feels better.
Woo! That was interesting.
Yeah, that's that 911 ass coming around a little bit.
A little bit.
But again, the electronics are so fantastic. You can get away with stuff like that.
This is definitely going to be second gear.
This is the one I think I wanted the first for. Although on the downhill, you're probably okay.
I'm not going to take first. Oh, yes.
Fantastic.
Missed the road match. That's okay. Yeah, Chris, if you ever sell this car, I will personally hunt you down.
It's not bad, is it?
It's pretty fucking great.
Nice driving.
Well, I think I'm pretty much ruined. I just took a rip in the GT3, and it's not really a fair comparison, of course, because that car, price point is, 5x any C7 bed in the market right now. But I still can't believe that that is a street car that you can legally drive on a public road, because it is so good. I know Chris, I can't even speak. I'm so flabbergasted. Chris left the traction control engaged in the car, even with the traction and stability on. I think it's Porsche Stability Management, PSM. There's just the right amount of slip and wiggle, and probably some of that is from the tires, but Porsche just did a phenomenal job of making you feel like you were still sort of controlling the car, and the car wasn't controlling you. Even though I know the reverse was probably true, because it was reining me back in places where a rear engine 911 probably would have gotten me into a heap more of trouble, or at least demanded that I work a little bit harder for it. We just did some serious driving, and I mean, you drove the piss out of that, letting it cool down right now. I drove the piss out of this. For two cars that just got the piss driven out of them, that certainly fared a lot better. This coolant temp started to rise, oil temp started to skyrocket, and then the brakes got really scary, so we had to pull over and let everything cool down. I have to say, for a $30,000 car, if it had proper brakes and tires and maybe a little bit of maintenance, it's a pretty good choice. But that is something else altogether.
I am just noticing you've got a Veloza ZXV on the front and a nice Goodyear Eagle on the back.
Oh, we got mismatched
which
tires.
is sort of a testament to how well this car has been maintained. So I think I agree with you. It would be a lot better if you did a little brake fluid flush and maybe put some real tires on it. And
coolant flush, oil change,
yeah,
like basic maintenance. Yeah, it would probably be a phenomenal $30,000 car. Is it better than a Cayman S? Certainly more powerful than a Cayman S.
Sounds cooler than a Cayman S.
It does.
It doesn't. It looks a little Hot Wheelsy, but you know what? That's what Corvettes are all about, and the bang for buck, you can't beat it.
I mean, if you're gonna have a car like this, I think you got to own the Hot Wheels look. You got to be a Hot Wheels guy. I don't think I'd ever fall in love with this car. I just look at it.
It's got a certain something to it. It needs a manual, and it needs some loving.
I may have to keep the window tint on so nobody sees me driving it.
Fair.
Now that you've driven it in anger, let's get some final thoughts on the GT3.
Believe it or not, it holds up really well. And while Mike had some
Shocked.
coolant and brake temperature issues, I had none.
Shocking.
And I also keep it maintained, which helps. But no, there was no excuses on that road. It felt fantastic. The Porsche stability management and everything, I kept everything on. It was in comfort mode. It's compliant, moves around a little bit. It makes you feel like you're doing something, but you can kind of lean on them when you need them. And yeah, I have no complaints.
So you changed the washer fluid as part of the annual maintenance?
I don't know, I did a brake fluid flush. It came with Pirellis on it, and I only drive a French tire. So, got some PS4s on there.
It's the right tire choice for sure. Why would you put anything else?
It's just perfect. It did burn quite a bit more fuel than I was anticipating, believe it or not. But 9,000 RPM will do that. And yeah, I think, final note from the day is the GT3 is better than a Corvette.
This is the question that everybody's been asking. Is a C7 better than a new GT3? It is not. But I do have one beef with this car, Chris.
Go ahead.
Can you pop the rear deck
Sure I can.
where the engine is supposed to reside?
Yep. I'll give you the full under the hood tour here.
Wait, you can't lift the rest of it?
That's all you get.
Wow. Porsche really does not think very highly of their owners. They give you access to oil fill and what is that? Full?
Water, yeah. Cool.
That's it?
That's all you get.
And how do you know if you overfill the oil?
You don't. It just beeps at you like 45 miles later. Ask me how I know.
How do you know?
It does burn quite a bit of oil.
I mean, I kind of guessed that based on the amount of like soot that you have on the back of this deck lid.
Yeah. But she's been running hard. Doing what this car was built to do.
Well, I'm glad you came out here today, Chris. Make sure you visit Cannonball Club on social media, on YouTube. They have tons of great content.
A lot of great collabs with the Auto Snob.
For sure, and there will be more great collabs with the Auto Snob. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you for the next one.